2 teeth left in his mouth, and he says, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. Before you head off the mountain of Fern, here's one more thing you need to know. Come closer, little one. My secret is... and he just kind of freezes there, and then you hear a...
Yeah, I knew that was coming. And it's like, starts coughing and waving the air, like,
All right, Cardo's pretty much left at this point.
and then
you could kill someone with that, dwarf.
and then his mouth is still frozen as he's just kind of stuck, freeze-framed, looking at you.
I'll bow and say, "Our thanks, King Derval."
Yeah, good. Thanks for the help.
And then he kind of slumps over in his chair. And one of his nephews says, "Holy horseshoes! Uncle Derval's dead."
No, he's not.
Uncle Derval, and he shakes him enough to where he falls out of the chair altogether, and boom, a thud. You hear him thud on the ground.
So I'll go over and check him and see if he's.
Gimble starts backing out slowly, and as soon as he's out of sight, he's gonna just leave. He's gonna take off, look for an end.
Just waiting outside for the rest of the party.
So Andrew, you want to go over and check him, right?
Yeah, I want to go over do a medical check.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, nice medicine check. It looks like he died of. You're able to ascertain probably natural causes. Both you and Lynn, you guys are able to tell he probably died of natural causes.
Let his family members know that.
And they're scrambling around. They're all upset, sobbing all over the place. A couple of the old yentas come down from the abode up on top of the blacksmith shop, and oh man, it's a sad time, man.
Form his last breath.
All right. Yeah, very nice. I like that.
So just back out of the building.
All right.
That's one way to go.
So poor Derval, King Derval, he is dead. He was a very old dwarf, though. He was the skinniest dwarf that you had ever seen. I mean, his beard was probably about as long as him, and it probably even scraped the ground a little bit. So what say you, adventurers? You've got your bounty for Boo Boo Darwa. You found out that the fire key is now located inside of the IronAxe halls. What say you? The sun is down. You have you have horses awaiting for you tomorrow.
Gimble had the right idea. I think we ought to find somewhere to sleep. Let's go to the inn. Which inn was it that we normally go to? I turned and asked everybody. I asked Ander because he's the only one. Which is that inn that we've been at a couple times?
Trying to think of the name.
Nobody remembers?
I've got it written down somewhere, but I cannot remember.
The Happy Cow Tavern?
That didn't sound right.
Or is it the Lady Luck Tavern?
Yeah, Lady Luck.
we go.
Lady Luck.
I'm going to give myself an inspiration for that.
I'm
going to use to kill you guys later on.
All right, so I'll wave everybody on to the Lady Luck.
All right.
Hey.
Ooh, a night at the Lady Luck. I kind of like it. I'm really liking it. All right, so you get to the Lady Luck Tavern. Of course, you're given all the free drinks that you can handle.
As soon as Gimble procures a room, he takes off upstairs, and I'm going to copy the knock scroll that I got from Mick, and I'm going to copy that into my spellbook.
Very nice.
Yeah, Cardos is going to do the same thing with his Tensor's floating disc.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and take that money and deduct it, the materials and stuff. And if it's part of your Savant feature, then you can go ahead and get a discount. Very nice job, guys, doing that. That's a good thing. Take you a little bit of time. You'll be able to do it within your rest, so you'll be okay. Plus, I'm going to tell the combat tracker that you guys have had a long rest anyway.
And Lynn just assumes that Gimbal got a room for us all, and I'll start following Gimbal up to the room.
Oh,
it is definitely a private room, and he tells you to get lost as soon as you try to follow him.
You have a private conference room on the top of the Happy Cow Tavern. Well, I'm sorry, the Lady Luck Tavern, and you all have your own rooms as well. You pretty much have about half of the floor up top. Spare no expense for the Dragon Slayers.
Just to be clear, I'm not one of the Dragon Slayers. Gimbal just met them recently, so he's not one of them.
All right.
For inspiration, does anybody remember the story about the Lady Luck Tavern? And can anybody remember the name of the hero's great-granddaughter that's running the Lady Luck Tavern now? Anybody remember? For an inspiration? They're all looking up Ghost of Dragonspear Castle PDF now on Google. Ain't wrong, it was Glennis. So Glennis, she gives you pretty much half of the inn level up top. You guys have a little conference room as well. You're able to scribe all your spells, everything you need to do. All the free drinks, you're fed even more. Snacks and hors d'oeuvres. Word of the death of Derval has spread. And remember that large stone column that's in the Lady Luck Tavern as well? That's in the middle of the floor, where all of the names that are inscribed of the patrons and that have died in Daggerford. Well, now there's a huge, big fancy schmancy party going on, as old King Derval Iron Eater's name is now etched in to the stone column. And of course, there's toasts going all around. Many toasts, many drinks. Those who have fallen before us. All right. So you guys are scribing spells. You guys are getting probably hammered. You guys want to
go to the next Lynn's probably had too much to drink.
That could be possible.
Yeah, I toast Derval's name several times and hang out down in the tavern for a while, and then once that's done, I try to make my way upstairs.
All right.
He was a smelly dwarf.
He had dragon breath, that's for sure. Come closer, little one. I've got a secret to tell you. As soon as Gimbal said, "Oh no," I was like, "Oh yes."
I knew you were going to do that, Dave. Somehow I just knew it.
All right, so you guys get enough rest. You guys get those scrolls scribed into your spell books. Congratulations. And it's the next morning, and you can still hear a very light thunder kind of rolling in the distance. And it's still lightly sprinkling as well.
So Lynn, if I can possibly, he gets up kind of early and wants to go donate some money to the city, because he's really feeling pretty bad. Then he wants to donate some gold to the city if he can. Go to maybe the keep or so, or where the soldiers is.
Wow, donate. Man. What's the occasion for the donation?
Lynn's just feeling pretty bad that he's letting this Dragon Slayer stuff go on. It's kind of getting to him. Gimbal's got him guilty.
Well, you kind of deserve it.
Repent, huh?
Yeah. Well, as he's doing that, I'll hand Gimbal the Tensor's floating disc scroll.
Oh,
here you go. I don't need this.
I'm much obliged. Thank you. And I'll fish out the knock scroll and said, "Well, I copied this down, so I don't have any need of it. Here you go."
Oh, thank you.
So you guys head over to the stables. You get your horses, and you start to travel east. And the stories are true. The stories you've heard about this forest, which not 100% of the forest has been destroyed, but there is like there's a heavy smell of like burning wood and smoke and stuff the next morning. A very thick fog is lingering in the forest, and the stories are true. This is an eerie, shadowed place. All kinds of ancient trees fill the forest. In past, there's been many elvish civilizations and elvish kings that have lived here. Now, even during the daylight, you guys are in an unburnt part of the forest, by the way, and there's enough shade that it almost seems like you are starting to ride into a nighttime area. But like I said, it's the shade from the canopy of the trees. So what you guys start to see before you as you go through one heavily forested area, instead of that beautiful forest, it kind of transitions into a charred wasteland with all kinds of full of ash embers kind of floating around. You can see dead, burnt animals all over the place. You can see the smoldering skeletons of trees that are resembling like giant black claws that are kind of like reaching up towards the sky. The ground is scorched. There's all kinds of small little pools and ponds that seem like they're bubbling because of the heat of the water. And there's still small fires that are kind of dotting the landscape as well. And above you is this thick black smoky shroud that's making everything obscured, and plus it's still kind of dark, and plus it's obscuring your vision. You cannot see the mountain ranges that you could see from Daggerford. So as you travel through this for a couple of hours, someone give me a D20 out in the open.
Well, this is terrible for my allergies.
All right, so I'm going to take Cardos's roll, which was first. And off into the distance, you do see a couple of creatures that you've never encountered before. They look something like this. And I will give you an image. As they're kind of skimming across the ground, a lion with wings and a very long spiked tail. These things are pretty vicious. So you guys kind of stall and let these two manticore go by.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I can tell what they are?
Sure, yeah. You know that they're manticores. I mean, it's okay. Like, especially, it's something, it would be common knowledge of the head
Gotcha.
of a lion on a tiger with wings and a spiked tail and all that stuff with a humanoid face. Yeah, you would know that would definitely be a manticore. And they're pretty vicious. But you've only heard about them in stories. But you encounter two of them, probably a mating pair, and you guys kind of are like, oh wow, let's kind of stop here. And with all of the the shroud of black smoke and stuff, you guys are able to avoid the encounter. Because I took the roll, and speaking out of character here, I took the roll of a 16, and an encounter would have happened with a roll of 17, 18, 19, or 20. So, yeah, good job avoiding that, by the way.
Is it hard to breathe at all?
Yeah,
I told you my allergies are driving me terrible. It's very tough to breathe.
I mean, you're real close to the ground, so.
Yeah, you guys can put like a linen scarf.
I know. I'm below most of the smoke. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you guys can definitely do that. So.
Oh, before I forget, I'm gonna roll for portents really quick.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. A 3 and a 12.
Wow.
Very nice.
All right, so can I tell if we're going in the right direction since we can't see the mountain and stuff?
Yeah. You're looking at your map and you start to kind of head north a little bit now. And as you break through this black shrouded cloud, you can start to see, as the lightning rain, is falling down on you, you can start to see off into the distance the mountain range of Mount Illifarn, or Mount Illifarn would be.
Okay.
Takes you about another hour or so, and you guys actually are able to guide the horses up. Once you can't ride them anymore because it's just because of the terrain, and you find a nice little spot to where you can, hide the horses. And this is after, through all the rain and the smoke and whatnot, you can see the mountains and you go up them.
Awesome. Let's head up.
So
Do we notice any?
I'm thinking there's some kind of watch or guard or outpost for defensive measures for this place. So I'm looking for that.
Okay.
A sentry or something like that. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Okay.
Come on, Gimbal. The dwarves are expecting us.
As you
Well,
guys are,
I know that. They're probably, but the orcs might not.
yeah, you remember, Thor, he told you that it's not the dwarves you need to worry about, it's the orcs. So that's what Thor was telling you. You got to worry about the orcs. So as you guys are starting to ascend up Mount Illifarn, and you're rising above the foothills behind you, well, below you, and you can see behind you the charred remains of the forest. And this mountain is a giant among dwarves. And the rock is dark. It's very brooding. There's a lot of jagged spots that you have to be very careful. A lot of slippery spots as you guys are going up, but with still some pine trees that are kind of dotting the mountainside. And all of a sudden, as you're crawling up, you see that there is a quarry, and it looks like it's kind of multi-tiered, like an old excavation site. It's full of marble, full of granite, and you can see these holes that are in the side of the mountain. There's 3 of them. There's one on the ground level, and then there's a couple more that are way up higher, but those would just take so long to get to. And it looks really dangerous as well.
Look, a way in.
Well, this looks like the 3-tiered entrances to the 3-tiered compound, I suppose.
Yeah, and you're looking, Gimbal, and you don't see any kind of orcs that are on patrol or anything. And it's sort of, the entrance is kind of sitting up on like a grassy knoll that's in the bottom of the quarry. And, it looks like this hasn't been, and that's why there's grass, is because it doesn't look like there's been any work being done here for a very, very, very long time.
Well, do you guys want to make the effort to get up to the higher levels, or just going through that door? Looks like it's easiest to get to.
I think the first level is fine. We can make our way up the rest of the way after that.
Yeah, Thor
Wow.
told you that there were 3 tiers to the IronAxe halls.
Right.
And you can see
Well,
3
I'll tell you one
entrances.
thing, guys. I need to learn the fly spell next. I wonder if Mick will be around soon.
I can
And,
help you with flying.
What's that?
I could help you with flying. I think I could get you up to that second level.
Yeah, no thanks.
No? All right.
Kind of smart.
Well, then let's
All people
go.
like you that give the rest a bad name. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, Lynn's already walking. He's headed into that first level.
Okay.
I am
We're
going
right
to
behind.
take out my sword, though.
Let's
Be
show
wary,
you guys the
friends.
map. Here we go. Got all of your tokens down. You guys can kind of place them wherever you want. You guys will be off to the side anyway, but you can see an entrance there. You can actually see, as you guys are getting a little bit closer, that there are huge rusted iron hinges that are kind of jutting out from the walls, where at one time there must have been some type of iron or stone door attached, but probably a stone because it looks like there's a bunch of chunks of rubble around, and then you can see intricate like masonry work and stuff. So it looks like after you kind of ascertain the situation that those big stone doors have basically been smashed off. And then as you guys get a little bit closer, you can smell a pretty foul odor that is coming from the darkness. And you can actually hear, no perception checks required, you guys can actually hear a lot of brutish laughter and a bunch of swearing that's coming from this hole in the side of the mountain.
Well, let's go see what the party's on about. Come on.
Yeah. Can we, is it dark in there, or is it all lit up?
It is absolutely, you see, as you look in, there is absolutely no light. It looks like it is absolutely dark. So before you guys go in, what are you guys doing for light sources?
I'm using my eyeballs.
Yeah, Lynn has dark vision too.
All right. I can cast dancing light for a human friend.
Okay, so who is going in? Who is going up first? Lynn, you have a dark vision, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Because you're a half elf.
Correct.
And also Gimbal, I believe you have dark vision.
I do.
Okay, so I want to tell you guys, as soon as you round the corner, you guys are really, really kind of quick to moving your tokens.
Sorry about that.
No, dude, don't worry about it. That's why I'm moving them back. So as soon as you guys are starting to move around the corner, you guys can start to see that this room opens up, and you guys have about 60 foot, right? So you guys can see to about right here, and you can see that the room opens up, but you can also see at about the 60 foot mark, once you get up to about right here, you guys can see that there are some orcs that are pretty much fighting. They're fighting one another. It doesn't look like they're trying to kill one another or anything, but it looks like, and you can see that this hall is like crumbled. It looks like there's nothing in here. From what you can see, just piles of debris that's all over the place. And like I said, you can see these orcs, but then as your eyes kind of focus inside, they look like half orcs, and they're wrestling around and throwing each other around in the middle of this huge hall. And then as you kind of shift around, you can see some other orcs that are cheering them on and goading them on and stuff. And does anyone here speak orc? Let's find out if anybody speaks orc here.
I sure don't.
Nope, not me.
Neither do I.
Wow, nobody understands orcs. So you just hear a bunch of orcs yelling in a tongue that you can understand, that you know that it's orc. Like you could tell if someone was speaking French or German, but you don't understand what they're saying.
All right, so as soon as I see them in there, I will stop and turn to everybody and just relay what I've seen, assuming that they haven't seen it. And
they have not seen you. No, they have not. They're facing one another, facing the center.
Good deal. I'll say, all right, friends, should we attack? Are we ready?
You can also see one. You can see another one here that is kind of leaned up against the wall here. As you kind of look in, and he's actually facing the fight, and he's kind of cheering and throwing his hands up.
All right, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Or we could just talk.
Okay, so
I'm still
what do you guys want to do as these orcs are wrestling around with one another?
I'm gonna kind of shrug to everybody and then cast invisibility, and then I'm gonna go in for a closer look.
Okay, so you're just going in just with you, right?
Invisible, yeah.
So you're basically going to be off of the wolf. Okay, so you can go ahead and
I will
move your
shift
token around.
him to the. I'm sorry.
No,
I'll
that's
go ahead
okay.
and shift him to dismiss him
Okay.
as an action, and I'll bring him back later when I need him,
Okay.
and
Sounds
then
good.
it'll just be me. Yeah.
All right.
And Lynn will see Gimbal go invisible. It's like, Gimbal, are you running away again?
I'm just going in for a closer look. I'd rather them not see me.
Oh, yes,
He's
okay.
not running.
Good plan.
He's not like Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, shots fired.
All right. So let me change your token really quick on the map. There you
Nice.
go. Actually, yeah, there you go. I figured you liked that little gnome token. I
Yeah,
figured you
thanks,
would,
man.
yeah.
Looks good. Looks good.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that one.
So
Okay.
Lynn will just be ready to dash in
So
if he needs to.
you are invisible. Okay, and let me open up 60 foot worth of terrain for you. How about that?
Sounds good.
So this hall, this is a very large hall. It extends past your dark vision, and you can actually see quite a few orcs. You see a whole bunch of orcs and a whole bunch of dwarks. These half orc, half dwarves, and they all have axes. They all have weapons, and you can see the two fighting in the middle. And there is also one more beside you, right immediately to your left. And you're like, oh! But of course, you're invisible. It doesn't know that you're there. So right now, you can see at least 15 or 16 orcs.
Wow, that's a lot of orcs.
Yeah. Welcome to
I'm
level
gonna-
5, guys.
I'm gonna scooch up a little bit further to see if I can see the end of the hall here. So
Okay, and I'm sure you're probably avoiding all of the piles of rubble as well, so you're not making any noise, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to be as quiet as I can.
Yeah.
And I'm not a thief or anything, but pretty light of foot.
Sure. How long does invisibility last as well? Doesn't it last
It's a
like
concentration. It'll last up to an hour.
That's what I thought. I thought it was concentration up to an hour. So as you're starting to move in a little bit, you can see that there is a corridor that is to the left.
Hey, do I see the end of the hall yet?
You do. You see that there are some more orcs as you're moving in a little bit more. You do see the end, and you can see another hall about 10 foot worth about right here.
Okay, excellent. So once I've got a count of the orcs, I'm going to kind of, saunter back to where I was, where we came from.
Okay.
And I'm gonna whisper to the guys, guess what? There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's also one more area that you could see from where you were at, Gimbal, and it kind of led into another room down here to the southeastern portion of the room.
Oh, okay.
So there's
Okay.
literally 3 different ways that you could go from this main entrance chamber, where all of these orcs and half orcs or dwarks are basically sparring with one another.
So I'll reveal that to the rest of the group and basically say, there's 3 hallways going in and out of this place, other than the one entrance, and I give them a count of 20
Sure.
orcs and dorks or whatever.
And the ceiling in this place is about, because of the condition of this place is in pretty bad shape, and there's been quite a few cave-ins. It's about a 10-foot high ceiling normally. And then as you kind of go in, you can see some other light that was kind of coming out of the corridor on the left, this one right here. You could see some light kind of glinting out, and then down from this area as well, down here in the southeastern corner. But the corridor to the north, that was absolutely pitch black dark.
Okay.
So it looks like there is a little bit of lighting. So yeah, but these guys are, they're basically sparring with a little bit of light that's coming into, the area from the dimly lit sky outside. It illuminates it to about the 10 or 15 foot mark, and then you got to rely on your dark vision, and that's what they're doing too. So,
all right, guys. Well, what do you want to do?
What did you see, Gimbal?
I told you I saw 20 orky things fighting and sparring and hooting and hollering, and then there's three passageways that lead out of that room. Two are have a little bit of light, and the one to the north, that's all black.
So it's nothing but orcs in there?
Yeah, that's all I saw was orcs. Or orky things. Yeah, orcs or whatever you want to call them.
I guess you guys would probably be hidden around the corner as well instead of right there at the entrance.
Yeah.
I'll move your tokens over for you.
All right, well,
Hey, what's up, Wes? Good to see you,
I'm
buddy.
always up for a good fight,
What's up?
friends. I think I can take, about 15 or so.
Well, here's what we'll do. I'll sneak in again and go to the upper passageway there, and when they all are bunched together fighting you guys, I'll drop a fireball right on the top of you. How does that sound?
Wait, on the top of us?
Well, on top of everybody, yeah.
Yeah, he's evocation. He could carve us out.
But I could. That's true. Yeah, I guess
Well,
I
you
could.
better.
All right, I'll trust you,
See
Gimbal. You've proven
I'll
yourself
foresee you
so
failing
far.
many checks if you don't.
All right. Well, okay. Give me a couple minutes here to try to sneak past those guys in the middle. And if you hear a gnome squeak, I've been caught and been rushing and try to stop me from being dead. That'd be good.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like
Okay. Wish me luck. Dave, I'm
what do I
gonna
count to?
try to make my way up to the north of the room there,
Okay.
and then I'll wait for something fun to happen, so we can get these guys from two sides.
Thanks, Gio. Appreciate it, buddy. That sounds good. All right, so you move in. Let's see where you decide to go.
as he walks off, I'll nudge Lynn. I'll be like, "We could just leave too."
Oh, no, Cardos. It's funny though. Would be interesting. But no, I'm itching for a fight. I don't know about the other two of you.
All right.
Well, it'll be a fight we have.
If there's no checks or anything, that's where I would want to go.
Yeah,
Sneak up there.
you're invisible, so they don't have true sight or tremor sense or anything like that. So you can also see that there is a corridor that is traveling to the east, and you kind of I would imagine you would
I'll
glance
poke
around.
my head around the corner there to see if I need to worry about something coming from that direction.
It doesn't look like there's anything coming, but you can see a couple of corridors that travel to the north and to the south. That's along the east.
So I'll wait here for a few minutes to see if something fun happens.
No, basically just the orcs kind of switch sparring partners and stuff like that. So they're just kind of goading one another on and stuff like that. They're going down, getting back up, and all that other stuff.
No, I meant I will wait to see if my companions do something fun.
You can see across to the chamber because you can see the open air light, and you can see the light that's coming from the entrance of the IronAxe halls, so you can see where they're at. You keep seeing Lynn peeking his head around. So what say you, adventurers?
All right.
I'll ask Lynn. I'll say, "Do you just want to charge in there?"
We'll take care of this probably.
So here's the plan. I'll go in. You follow me.
I like that plan. All right, before you charge in,
Huh?
I want to cast an enlarge on you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So here.
That takes him to a large creature, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It sure does. I have to concentrate though.
All right, so yeah, I'm coming in and just not trying to be stealthy or anything, charging in,
Okay.
saying here I come, and I'm just gonna run right at this first.
Okay, so seeing that you weren't trying to stealth in there, you're enlarged, you're making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
They hear you guys coming in there, and you guys lose the element of surprise, so let's roll initiative.
Come on, you filthy orcs.
And as you guys are running in, one of them says, "Whoa, that's one big human in Orcish," but of course you can't understand it. Well, actually, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It's one of the dwarks that say it. All right, so everybody's got their initiatives right? Let's round one. Let's go to Gimbal. Wow. 21 initiative.
I'm going to hold my action until the orcs react to this giant human and move in to surround them.
They are charging in, so
yeah. So when they get all bunched up, that's when I'm going to drop a fireball and toast everybody. So I'm holding my fireball action.
Okay. First one is going to stay here, about right here, and he is going to throw a javelin at you. And the javelin is thrown, and it is a miss. Let's see. The aggressive is... All right, Cardus, you're up now. What do you want to do? You have a 17 initiative. As the orcs are definitely charging in, that's for sure.
All right, I want to cast Shatter.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
And...
target those 4 guys. Control, click on them. And then give me a saving throw for those 4 orcs and half-orcs. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
I just drop it on...
Hope you guys are enjoying the game. Follow the channel if you haven't followed yet. Yep, you just take that saving throw die now that's on your character sheet on the Actions tab, and you just click it. And it'll do saving throws and recognize it if it's successful or fail. So actually 1 orc failed, number 7. Everybody else was successful. Now go ahead and roll damage. It'll take the half damage into consideration for being successful. And 1 will take full damage. Okay, so 1 orc is heavily wounded. 3 are wounded. So take any other movement that you'd like, Cardos, and pass it to the next actor, which will be an orc. So lower left-hand corner, that down arrow. You hit that. All right, nice job. So orc number 9 is going to move to about right here, 20 foot away. He's going to take his javelin, and he's going to hurl it at you, and he misses. A dwark. The dwark, he runs. And this orc, this half-orc, he runs into the corridor. He runs, and you see him, Gimbal, you see him run and then go west in the hall. And then he disappears. Next, you have an orc here on the west wall. He moves up and chucks a spear at Lynn. These are, well, actually javelins. And another javelin just whizzes right by you. Another orc. He actually moves up to attack. He has a great axe, and he tries to lop your head off as he slashes and misses with a 15. Ander, you're up now. All right. Lynn, you have a boon. Remember, don't forget you have a boon. You have that. Today is your lucky day.
All right, so I'm going to cast...
Actually, 8. Lynn, you have 2 of them now. West River Rat has also bought you one as well, Lynn. So you have 2 that you need to use.
Thanks, Wes.
All right, sorry about that. Go for it.
All right, I'm going to cast Aid as a 3rd level spell on Lynn, Cardos, and myself.
Okay. You talking about Bless or Aid or Bless, you mean?
Aid.
Okay, I got you. That's right. You get the 10 hit points, right?
Yeah, it'll be 10 pin points.
Oh, nice. Good
Very
job.
nice.
You guys are rocking already.
All right.
All right, let's do a couple more half orcs. One's going to step back to about right here, and he's going to launch. In fact, he's not even going to launch he's going to run right in. Actually, he's just going to attack with his great axe. He's going to try to gift your head to his mistress or something, and he misses. The orc here moves right up, right to your left. Slashes with his great axe. Man, I'm rolling really bad tonight. What's up with that? Another miss. An orc. This kind of moves up about right here. Throws a javelin. Quick, Jibby, throw me a spear. A 22 is a hit.
Oh, finally.
So one javelin hits, but your temporary hit points absorb it. All right, so another half orc. He is going to move. He's going to move. Let's see, 10. Let's see, 15, 20, 25, and 30. All right, another orc. This is going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to try to hurl a javelin at you. It's going to be at a -2 because of all of his other companions in front. He hurls it at you. -2 is a miss with a 15. Half orc ducks around the corner, and he is screaming something in a language you just cannot understand. All right, another orc runs up, stays there. Another half orc runs around the corner, disappears. Half orc, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he actually runs right into you, Gimbal. Ugh.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Would it be possible for me to shift and get out of his way?
Well, you have a held action, so if you move, then you're going to lose the held action. So you can either run into, or you can kind of move, and you.
No,
but it's not like you're not up here in a couple anyway, so it's up to you.
I will definitely move.
Okay, I'll let you do that as a reaction. Okay, and then he's going to move into the spot that you move into. Well, into the spot that you leave. Okay, there you go. Crisis averted. But he's definitely looking like he's going to run down that east hall. And he is screaming an orc as well. Okay, so we have another orc here. He's going to
Is he going to take double movement? That was only half his movement.
You know what? I probably will to go ahead and do that. So I'll move him to about right here. So he would do that. I did that with the other two. So you kind of threw me up with all the reaction stuff, but it's no problem. Okay, let's see. The other orc moves up. You are completely surrounded now, Lynn. He has a great axe that he is wielding. He slashes out. He misses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Give a Monster a Break boon from Lord, and I'm going to re-roll that and see if I can't hit you.
All right.
As he slashes with his axe again, and it is a miss. Big combat. I think this is your biggest combat yet, guys. Lynn, you're up.
All right, finally made it to me.
20 orcs. I like it.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and use that boon that I got for the free crit. One of them.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack this dwarf number 6 right in front of me.
Sounds good. Yeah, because you guys get if you don't use it, you lose it.
And I'll also put Divine Smite on me.
Wow.
No. And I'll boom out for hell, man, for Daggerford, and slash him in half.
Dude, let me tell you something. Your divine attack literally made this half orc, this poor dwarf, literally explode. I mean, he's like kibbles and bits now. I mean, he is just exploded. He's exploded. He is gone. Oh man.
Oh.
Anything else for you?
Yeah, I got another attack.
That's okay. Thanks, Lord.
So I'll go ahead and use the other crit on dwarf number 10 right here.
All right.
Does it automatically add his bonus for being large?
What kind of does it give a bonus?
It's plus. No, it's 1d4 for being enlarged.
1d4 what?
For the enlarged bonus.
But what is the bonus for?
Damage.
Okay. It's to hit or to damage. Let's do you have any kind of pendant that you can drop on them?
I did.
Yeah.
I did to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got enlarged on me.
Okay. Does it give you a?
Yeah, it says damage 1d4.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
because I seen that there was a D4 that actually was in there. There's actually a couple D4s. All right, so let's do your second attack.
Instant death.
47. You did about 10 times more hit points than he had almost.
I took it a little easier on this guy.
Yeah.
I felt bad for just melting the first one.
Yeah, this one,
So
you
there.
vaporized all the flesh off, and it was just a skeleton as it's standing in front of you now. Anything else for you? Action surge?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
You can't do that.
I'm gonna go ahead and. No, I'm gonna go ahead and move up. I will take if he wants to give me one attack of opportunity from Scar 2. I'm gonna move up to
Oh,
here
yeah.
and take whatever.
Yeah, you're going to
attacks
take
the
two
one.
of them. Wow. One from an orc and one from a half orc. So let's do the first attack from the half orc. Whoops. I was opening up the wrong creature. I'm like, I was clicking on you, Lynn. So the attack of opportunity, oh, was a fumble. That was actually absolutely horrible. And then the orc, he swings his great axe at you. And, he hits with a 21. Wow.
Did it?
This could actually hurt. Oh, and it does. You take 15 damage, maximum damage. That orc actually hurts. And now all of your temp hit points are gone. So now you can go ahead and, I guess, pass it. All right, so we're going to go do some other orcs now. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. This guy's going to throw a javelin. Of course, he's going to get a -2. Let's see if the javelin embeds into you. No, it doesn't. So let's go to the half-orc. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to dash, get right beside you, and he can't take an action. Let's go to another orc. This orc runs in and attacks with his great axe. For the clot skulls! Oh, as my 20 went to an 8. Darn it.
So close.
For the clot skulls! All right, let's see. I think that's almost about it.
That fireball's
One
gonna be
more.
insane.
Yeah, it is. I know that Gimbal is just, his mouth is watering right now. He just can't, he can't wait. I know you are, Check for Traps. Your mouth is watering, bro.
Boom.
He swings and misses with a 13. Gimbal,
Hey, it's my turn.
you're
Cool.
up.
Now, Gimbal.
So I'm gonna move up and
Thanks
I'm
for
gonna
the follow,
cast
Shadow Slayer.
Dancing Lights. No, I'm not gonna cast Dancing Lights.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm gonna make a move to here first, so when I
Sure.
become visible, the guy down the hall can't see me. But he will see a large flash of light because I got 20-foot radius sphere. So if I can remember how to do that.
There you go. Nice. You can blast, it looks like a 3, 6.
Looks like I can get most of them.
You can get a lot of them, yeah. Now just hope you don't